I believe Arne thinks he's better than he actually is, and I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? We're going to beat every week. You think you're above these players? You think Chiesa and Endo are beneath you? I know you do. I know it's true. Hence why you keep persisting with your tactics, your team, and you keep avoiding these players. What more does Chiesa have to do to get a game? He's being given 15-minute scraps every week, if at all. Sometimes he's not even being used. He's one of our best forwards when he plays. He scores goals, gets assists, big moments, the amount of big points he's won your team this year, and you constantly ignore that. You aren't rewarding success. There's no meritocracy here. What does that say to Endo? To Chiesa, sorry, you're playing really well, but I'm not going to play you this time. I'm not going to reward you. You've not earned anything. Why should he keep playing well then? If I was Chiesa, I'd go, listen, January's coming, see you later. I'm getting out of here. And I would absolutely back him in doing so. I'll clap him out the door. What a fantastic player Chiesa is. Keep saying Endo. Endo, it's true for Endo as well, by the way. Endo's not been given a sniff. Chiesa should leave for his own sake. He deserves more than what Arne's giving him right now. This player was dropped from the Champions League squad. Do you know how mad that is? Just because he was on the bench yesterday and came on in the Champions League doesn't mean Arne wants him there. Arne did not want him in that squad. He's there on a technicality. He was there because of an injury. And then he goes, and what? He scores the week after, doesn't he? This is the kind of character we have in our side. This is the kind of character, this amazing character. If you ignored the stats and the numbers, which there are some, by the way, you get a hungry, energetic player with desire, work rate, a player who gives everything and wants to earn his shirt. I can't say that about half our players. Chiesa does it. That's the kind of player, the kind of person you are isolating in our squad. You've hung this player out to dry. I feel so sorry for Chiesa. You're not worse than us. If anything, you're better than us right now. You should be playing every single week. Maybe not starting, but at least coming on for an half hour, at least coming on for the second half. I would say starting. He's doing more than Salah. He's doing more than Gakpo. I must know nothing, because he's not doing it, is he? Chiesa must have done something wrong. He must be rubbish at something. I'm not seeing it, are you? Let's just stretch that to Endo. My whole point of this video is I think he's better than he thinks he's better than he actually is. You can make so many different case studies for this. Chiesa, Endo, persisting with the same team. Let's talk Endo. If Endo can't get a game in this midfield now, when can he? What's the point in him being here? He might as well go. I'm being serious. Chiesa and Endo, if they left in January and said, listen, I'm sick of this, I'd go, you two are amazing, best of luck. You deserve some game time. I believe the way Chiesa's been treated is the worst man management I've seen in years. One of the worst I've seen at Liverpool, ever. Completely isolated a player. And the same's happening with Endo right now. You don't see it because Endo's not even coming on at all. At least with Chiesa, we're being reminded of this player. You forget Endo's even here. You forget how much of an impact he had, by the way, when he came in, Endo. Did a decent job for us when he first came in, right? I think Arne thinks his team should be above playing Endo. I think Arne looks down on Endo and looks down on the idea of playing a natural number 6. I think Arne wants two players in there with a bit more ball progression. And ideally, yeah, we're Liverpool. We don't really want to be playing with an industrial 6. Really, like, if we're being honest. Look at Fabinho. He was that, but also it's a great passing range. Look at Rodri, you look at, I don't know, Caicedo. You want players who can play with the football. Not saying Endo can't do that, but he can certainly do it less so than maybe a Gravenberch or a McAllister. But what Endo does offer is physicality, intensity, energy levels. But a bastard, get into someone. Lay a tackle on someone. Look at Curtis Jones coming out after the game, saying we're too nice. Endo ain't. Maybe he gets booked every game, fine, but right now I'll take that. Everything we lack, Endo has in heaps, and he can't get a game against PSV. I said we should have gone Endo, Gravenberch and a 2 and Szoboszlai in front. I stand by that entirely. I actually said in the 3. I play 4-3-3. I've said that for months now. You need to recognise what's going wrong. You need to take a step backwards to go forwards. I would say even right now Endo's not a step backwards. He's not even that. What's the worst that can happen if you play Endo? In my opinion, we get tighter at the back. In my opinion, we look more assured. You get a defensive body in front of you there. That's not a bad thing. Don't frown upon playing Endo. It's a very useful asset who's not being used. And I've said this again. If he ain't playing now, when the fuck's he meant to be playing? What's the point in him? What is the... Just go, honestly, seriously. Come round here. We'll have a laugh. These players are being treated with no respect, in my opinion. I'll be stunned if he makes it through this. I really find it hard to say that. I think I'm one of the only people actually not Arne out entirely. And if I'm honest out, I'm certainly not 100% there. People absolutely don't like this guy. People hate this guy right now. Like, that's the level we're talking, right? I'm absolutely in no way, shape or form there. I do not hate this manager. I strongly dislike what he's doing right now. I don't see a way around this. I don't see a way through this. But something in me, some idiot probably in me, is saying, this guy's the right man. Because of last season. For me, the credibility he's earned from last season stretches beyond where we are right now. I don't think it stretches far beyond where we are right now. But to win the league first time of asking with no signings is so impressive as an achievement. But then you realise how we got there. A really poor Premier League. Back end of the season, we were terrible. Last half of the season, my God, we're awful. Does that put more context around it? Probably. I think I'm being blinded a bit with a sentimentality, a love for the man. I really love the man. But right now, He needs to stop doing what I love about Arne Slot. I loved last season. If he did this last season, this talk here, I'd have gone, I love how kind of calm he is, how relaxed he is. I love how kind of happy he is, really. He's always like smiling and taking things very easy going. He needs to stop doing that right now. Everything I love about this manager, he needs to nip in the bud now and act and look like, or at least pretend like he's trying to do something to turn this round. Smiling, laughing in interviews. I'm thinking, obviously, we're all human beings, we can all laugh, but at the same time, we're getting beat every week here, and I'm not seeing anything being changed. He said the other day, I'm just as confused as you are. Oh, great. That's mega. Guys, our manager is just as confused as the fans. Brilliant. Let's keep him in the job. I find it very hard to say persist with the manager if he has no clue what we're doing. At least pretend like you know. At least say, well, this is going on. It's about ownership and accountability, in my opinion. You need to say this is going wrong, recognise and tell us, clearly state what's going on, and then clearly state how you are going to change it. He's not even making an attempt at either of those things. Yesterday, I said, I'm behind the manager, he's earned the right to be here, but he needs to change something against PSV. Be it the system, be it the lineup, for me, both. Neither changed. It was the exact same crap, persisting with the same tactics, the same arrogance, standing on the sideline watching his team get dogged 4-1, outclassed by another manager. Add it to the list. Glasner's done him, 3 times? Chuck this count list. He didn't change anything. He played the same team. If Alisson wasn't ill, he'd have played 10 out of the 11 players. And the one he did drop was Ekatike, which actually, it makes it look like a positive that he played Ekatike yesterday, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, at least he changed Ekatike. He shouldn't have been changed in the first place. That's the right thing to do. Ekatike were on form. He's our best forward by miles, certainly better than he's at this year. And he played Isak over Ekatike. Unless he was injured, I don't think he was. I find that mental, and people using it as like, well, Arne Slot actually changed something. No, he didn't. That should have happened. I mean, factually, yes, he did change something. But come on, we're all asking for that. It was the obvious move. And I understand he's not been played the nicest hand in terms of no right back. You got to play someone there. I think Curtis Jones was the right option, given that I think Gomez he had injections in his knee, I think, or something like that. He's not got the best situation here. But that team is absolutely good enough to beat PSV at home. Absolutely good enough. It's not even a nearly debate, right? We didn't even nearly win. That's the problem. Not even like there's a right way to lose. We're not even losing the right way. 4-1, 3-0. 3-0 the week before. That's bad. Really bad. Palace was at 3-0. Just stack them up. 9 and 12. I've not got long left. I'd love to know how long you've got. But the point of this video here is, I believe Arne Slot thinks he's better than he is. And that needs to change. That arrogance needs to go. Thank you. If you agreed, please leave a like. Leaving a like is the best way of helping this channel. I think Liverpool's going to be kicking off over the next few weeks, certainly. So if you want to stay in tune with what's going on, please do subscribe. Click the button down below. You'll be notified every time I post. Turn the notification bell on, and you'll see me every day for your own sins. See you later.